October was quite a good month for Airbus, with the European plane maker not only delivering Iberia's first A321XLR, but also securing a significant order for the A321neo from the Middle East newcomer Riyadh Air. November has gone pretty well too, with the XLR entering service with Iberia, first on a short hop between Paris and Madrid, and then on its inaugural long-haul service from Madrid to Boston. During October, Airbus also delivered 2 A319neo aircraft to China, one jet to China Southern Airlines and the other to Tibet Airlines. This has slowly reduced the A319neo backlog, with the type's orders being fewer than even the A318ceo, which had amassed orders for just 80 airframes during its production run. So what does the future look like for Airbus's most unpopular narrow-body offering? Does it even have a future? Let's explore this topic for today's video. Let's first look at the current A319neo backlog. Following the 2 deliveries in October, the European plane maker only has 35 A319neo aircraft yet to be delivered. Per data as of October 31, 2024, Airbus has 3 undelivered A319neos for government and Airbus corporate jet customers, 10 undelivered for Air China, and 4 left for China Southern. Undisclosed customers have ordered 18 with no delivery data available. As we noted earlier, this means that there are about 35 A319neos yet to be delivered to customers. The Airbus orders and delivery data for October shows that out of the 57 orders for the A319neo, about half were made by China-based customers: Air China, China Southern Airlines, and Tibet Airlines. Out of their collective 29 airframes ordered, the 3 Chinese carriers have received 15 or 51.7% of their order book. Interestingly, CH Aviation predicts that the manufacturer will deliver yet another A319neo to Tibet Airlines, with the handover expected in December. Aviation flights data shows that the aircraft took its second test flight on November 12, 2024. Now, looking at Airbus's delivery data, this would seem just a little confusing. How is Tibet Airlines taking another A319neo if it has received 10 out of the 10 it ordered? Well, it's notable that Air China is the parent company of Tibet Airlines, and thus aircraft could be swapped between carriers. But at this point, we're straying away from the main topic. When it comes to undelivered A319neos, numbers are slowly going down. It's good for customers who ordered the aircraft and are taking delivery, but not great for Airbus, as it's a sign that no new orders for the variant are coming in. Most aviation enthusiasts will already have one major suggestion for why this is: the Airbus A220-300. Yes, it's believed by many that the A220-300 is responsible for cannibalizing A319neo sales. That's because the A220-300 is a similar aircraft to the A319neo, including the fact that they are both equipped with a Pratt & Whitney geared turbofan or GTF family engines, with the latter also having the option of the CFM International LEAP 1A. In terms of capacity, both are similarly sized, with a published maximum passenger limit of 160. However, the A220-300 benefits from a lighter airframe with the use of carbon composites throughout 50% of its airframe. The result is lower fuel consumption and, consequently, lower operating costs. There are 2 notable benefits of the A319neo over the A220-300. The first is commonality with the rest of the A320neo family, allowing for easier training and crew scheduling for those operating other A320 family jets. The A220, on the other hand, was adopted into the Airbus commercial family from Canadian plane maker Bombardier. Thus, its type rating is different. The other benefit of the A319neo is that its belly is able to utilize containers. The A319 airframe can accommodate up to 4 ULD containers in its belly, 2 in the forward compartment and another 2 in the aft. Despite these benefits, carriers don't really seem interested in the littlest neo aircraft. Over the past few decades, a trend has become apparent. When it comes to most commercial aircraft families, bigger is quite often better, at least in the eyes of airlines. For Airbus, the A318 was the most unpopular member of the A320ceo family, with the A320 and A321 being ordered far more often. It's the same for the Neo family, with the A321 and its longer-range variants stealing the show. The A330-800 has been selling very poorly compared to its larger sibling, the A330-900. The A350-800 never made it off the drawing board because it received so little interest from carriers. On the Boeing side, the 767-300ER was far more popular than shorter variants. For the 777, many airlines have gone for the -300ER over the -200 variants. The 787-8 has done all right, but the -9 has proven to be much more popular. And then, yes, the MAX 7 is less popular than longer variants, but we all know that Southwest will be taking large quantities of this jet once it is certified and begins serial production. Thus, it bucks the trend for other reasons. But overall, this trend of airlines preferring stretches mostly has to do with capacity and efficiency. In many cases, aircraft variants within the same family will have high commonality in terms of components. Thus, adding a few more frames to a jet's fuselage to make it longer will allow for more passengers while having the same number of pilots in the cockpit. There's really only a slight penalty with fuel burn, although fuel consumption per passenger goes down. We mention all this to say that it doesn't really seem like airlines will be changing their minds about the A319neo anytime soon. In fact, Spirit Airlines' 2023 decision to swap its A319neo order further reinforces this trend. As part of its Q2 2023 financial results announcement, the carrier revealed that it converted all of its 31 Airbus A319neo airframes ordered for larger A321s. The result was that more than 30% of the A319neo's backlog disappeared. No, things haven't been looking good for this variant, and its future doesn't seem that much better. Yes, airlines could, in the future, go for the A319neo to round out their A320 family fleets. Some private customers might even acquire the type for corporate or luxury travel. However, we won't be holding our breath to see who actually goes for the short variant. Most likely, the A319neo will join the list of commercial aircraft variants that sold poorly. That's how things look, at least. We would be fine if we were proven wrong and orders for this jet come later in this decade. Nonetheless, all of this should help Airbus with structuring and marketing its next narrow-body program. Our guess is that the base model will be stretched into larger variants than it would be shrunk into smaller ones. But what are your thoughts on the Airbus A319neo? Does Airbus have any chance of selling more than 100 airframes? Do let us know your thoughts by leaving a comment. Simple Flying publishes over 150 articles every week. If you're looking for the latest aviation news and insights, visit simpleflying.com.